Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is Wednesday, March 4th. I'm dealing with a bit of a sore throat today, but we didn't do movie day yesterday, and I've got Bible study plans tomorrow, so we're gonna do movie day today.
Yay, movie day.
So we've made butter chicken. That's tasty. And it's my turn to choose. I've been going through the Mummy series. We watched The Mummy, and we watched The Mummy Returns, which leaves us two options. We could either go to Scorpion King, which is like the prequel to Mummy Returns, or we could go on to the third Mummy movie, continuing Rick O'Connell's story. Beth said that sounded like the more fun one just to continue with. So we are jumping into The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, with Brendan Fraser and Jet Li. So very much taking us to a very different part of the world. Away from Egypt, which the first two have followed very much. I don't remember if I liked this one much or not. I probably have only seen it once, but now I will see it again, and I will decide. So we're gonna have some dinner and settle in and watch The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. And I would give The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor 6.7 out of 10.
That feels high for this movie.
It's got a lot of action. It's got some fun scenes. It's just the plot and writing. Anyway, so from the back of the box. A fast-paced, action-packed adventure.
Those are all true.
Manny the Movie Guy, NBC TV. There's actually even a description on this box. Great. Brendan Fraser and Jet Li star in the action-packed adventure The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. When a 2,000-year-old curse is broken, a ruthless dragon emperor, Li, comes back to life with a diabolical plan to enslave the world. Mankind's only hope against him and his legions of undead warriors lie with the courageous O'Connell family, who chase him from the dangerous catacombs of China to the icy Himalayas and beyond. Featuring intense battle sequences, breathtaking visual effects, and extraordinary creatures, it's a thrilling journey that Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times calls the best in the series.
Ooh, that's bold.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. For one, there's no mummy in this movie.
No mummies.
There's a mention of one. Jonathan has a bar called Emoteps.
Yeah, they talk. Yeah. And they talk about that they've fought mummies, which is true because Emotep.
But they also refer to this villain as a mummy.
Not a mummy.
It's not a mummy. There is no Egypt. He has not been mummified.
No.
There is no process. He is. There are definitely undead in it. I'm not even sure if he would necessarily be called undead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if his remains were actually kept in that terracotta thing or.
I mean, I think that was the idea. Yeah, I think that was the idea, is that his remains were in there.
Yeah.
But, like, how much of it is undead versus just, like, the result of whatever curse was put on him?
That's true, too.
Like, and that's the curse specifically also killed him. Then he's just been basically restrained by it, waiting for someone to come by with an egg.
Yeah.
So the plot is old Rick and Evie, the 1940s romance novelist. And when we first started seeing her, we're like, we don't like her.
I don't like her.
But I don't know that I want to blame the actress.
Yeah, it's probably the actress' fault.
It feels like the writer, and it feels like it just might have been like, because like my recollection is that Rachel Weisz declined the role because she did not like it. I'm like, it could just be she read the writing for her character, and it's like, no, that's not my character, and
it's not her character. These are two different Evies, and again, it's probably not the actress's fault. She did a perfectly fine job delivering her lines and acting her part. Whatever.
Other characters were written so bad. At one point, Jonathan is telling Rick to spank him.
Yes, that was happening. Spank my ass. It said multiple times. I'm like, that's a choice, and neither men would do that. Like, that's not how either men have interacted. And I know we've, because Alex is grown, and he's, we have a big time passage.
Alex, the young kid, is now supposed to be in college, but is running away to dig up mummies.
Yeah, mummies. But even still, like, those men would not have gotten, even if they got closer.
They got further.
No one's saying that.
Yeah. No, they got further. Jonathan moved away because he wants to be further from mummies, so he went to China to start a bar.
Right. I meant, like, emotionally closer.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, it just it was poor writing.
Yeah.
They all did a fine job in it, but bad writing, bad plot.
Yeah.
None of them were mummies. A lot of zombies.
Yeah, fair bit of zombies. But I mean, plenty of them like they refer to, like, as if, like, at the end when the emperor raises up his terracotta army, as if there's some. No, those are clay figures.
Yeah.
If you transform a thing to clay, it's not an undead. It's now just
clay.
It's a construct. They're battling constructs.
Battling constructs, and then they had zombies fighting on their side.
Yeah.
They weren't even fighting the zombies, honestly. The zombies were on their side. They were good zombies.
Yeah. Anyways, so whatever, goes over the story. Alex is now out in China digging up tombs, trying to make discoveries. The O'Connells, who apparently were in espionage during the war. Why didn't we get that story?
That sounds cool.
Drop the mummy from the title and just go with, the O'Connells and talk about that. That sounds fun. But, anyways, they're now retired, but they're pulled out of retirement just to deliver an artifact from, basically it sounds like from the British Museum wanting to return an artifact to China. Super suspect, right?
Yeah.
It was a setup by the same people that were getting Alex to help find the Emperor, because they need to get the gem to him to awaken him. During this process, there is a little bit of scenes of some ninja lady trying to defend the tomb. She ends up on the side with the O'Connells. Turns out she's an immortal, the Guardian, taking that same role. Cool, but not quite as cool as the Guardian over in Egypt. But
no.
But they combine that role with the love interest role, so yeah.
Two birds, one stone.
Yeah. Anyway, so then lots of chasing and action ensues. They end up in the mountains of Tibet, the Himalayas.
There are
and
Yetis.
She calls out her Yeti friends because her family is friends with the Yetis. That's just how that works. So, the Yetis help with fighting off some of the soldiers, the militant force that was working to raise the Emperor, because they're just sad that someone from their country isn't dominating the world, and even if it kills them doing it, they're just like, let's make sure China's in control. Let's raise the evil Emperor.
Yeah. Well, it's also set after World War II, which don't remember a lot of World War II. I thought we were fighting Japan.
Yep.
Not China, but I know China was also communist, so...
I mean, Japan was fighting China.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and this isn't necessarily, it's a militant force. It's not necessarily, at no point, it's paramilitary, is I believe what the label on the base was called. It doesn't necessarily seem like it's China, the government, doing this. It seems like it might have been people that at one point, maybe that they had been in the army, and now that the war's over, they're looking for something else to do, or something. But it doesn't, nothing actually ties them to the Chinese government doing it, it's literally like two people which don't seem super romantic throughout it, but at the end,
Are clearly in love.
clearly in love. She's like, she's just gonna die. If he's gonna die, she's gonna die with him because it's just not worth it. And I'm like,
That's a choice, but
Yeah.
okay, girlie, you do you.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, she was in a pretty rough situation at that point. She had gotten blown up already.
That's true, but it was also a pretty rough way to die because they got crushed by like the
Gears.
water gear things,
Yeah.
and it just looked like he was going in there. He's half out, like half hold on to her, and I'm like,
She at least went in head first, so she didn't have to.
yeah, she did go in head first. That was a smart decision, but just I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, so with the Yeti friends, they then get up to Shangri-La, where there's the fountain of youth or life or whatever, which is how the woman that cursed this emperor in the first place is still living with her daughter, still living, just
Madame Marvel from Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looked familiar to me. She's like, I know exactly who it is. I'm like, good call.
I was pretty sure, and I said Wicked, and he was like, oh, I think you're right. And then I did confirm on IMDb, because once he was like, oh, that sounds right too, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, because I'm just looking at her like, she looks familiar. But yeah. But, anyways, so they're all like, we have to keep the emperor from getting into the fountain of youth, or whatever it is. Or then he'll be immortal. Save for the dagger that they've been trying to kill him with all along.
Right.
He's already basically been immortal, but
Right.
like clay and corpsey, not flesh. So that's, I guess, what they mean by immortal.
Yeah.
So he walks in and just goes right in. No hindrance whatsoever.
I think he like throws a couple fireball. No, he doesn't.
No, he just kind of waves his arms and they like lay on the ground and like act like they're having trouble getting up. Not sure why they're having trouble getting up. Maybe there was supposed to be some like CGI and it just never got added.
Yeah.
Clearly they couldn't get up for some reason.
It was rough.
Anyway, so he then comes out and he becomes like a Hydra, like a
three-headed dragon.
Roman or European style dragon. And this is super, Chinese cultured movie. We've even seen like a parade, was it Chinese New Year, where they had like the paper mache dragons on the street looking great.
That always terrified me because of Mulan.
But that's not the kind of dragon he became. He became like a wyvern, like a three-headed hydra.
Yeah.
That style of dragon. And I'm just like, what a waste.
Uh-huh.
That we could have gotten a cool movie representation of like a proper like Chinese style dragon, and they just chose not to.
And he said, it's easier to do the European ones.
It's not. Right? That's like the European ones have like wings that have to animate, and like there's like so many more things. It's just it feels like it's probably just written by someone who was from the West, and therefore it's just whatever mindset they had of the culture, and they just did it their way.
Yeah. They did do a weird lion statue guardian guy.
Yeah, he later on turned into a monster that's kind of like their like lion-esque statue looking things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with him now able to be dragon, they go back to his tomb. He awakes into his army. If the army crosses the Great Wall of China, then they're immortal too. For reasons
that aren't explained.
Yes, no, those reasons are secret. We're not allowed to know them. But there are certainly reasons. So that's when Immortal Woman gives up her and her daughter's immortality to raise the zombies, the corpses buried in the Great Wall, to go battle them. They try and stop. Big fight. Eventually, Rick's trying to like stab the special magic dagger that can actually kill the Emperor, and it gets broken. And so Alex grabs half of it, he grabs half of it, and then they stab him from both ends to pierce his heart with the whole dagger, but from both ends of his body. Really kind of weird,
that works,
but it was cool.
That makes sense.
I was like, it makes sense. It's like, okay, yeah. Happy ending. Alex now gets the 2,000-year-old, but now no longer a mortal girl.
That's perfectly his age.
Yeah. Yeah. Good thing that's where she held the immortality, you know.
Yeah, that she didn't, like live until 50. That she just got like perfectly preserved at like 20, 21.
Or like at like 6, you know, she didn't just stop aging at 6. And
right, they weren't like, hey, you're good at 6. That's all you need to be.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 15.
Yeah.
Where it's like you look like a woman, but you're still too young. You know, like they didn't do anything weird. She was a perfectly grown woman.
Good for them.
Yeah.
But Jonathan flees China because now there's mummies there. He goes off to Peru so that more mummies could be discovered.
Yeah.
That was a fun little ending joke. It's just like, nope, Jonathan's eternally cursed with ending up places where there are mummies.
Honestly, Jonathan's the one that keeps finding.
Again, it was fun. It was poorly written. Like, characters were not written consistently with themselves.
Yeah.
There was a lot of who a person is just sacrificed for the sake of a throwaway joke.
Yeah.
Lots of just... and again, no mummies.
No mummies.
We were promised mummies.
Also, no bugs.
Yeah. A couple rats. But,
A couple rats, but I don't really care about rats. So...
But yeah, no, and it was largely just an action showpiece.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it's also not one that I'm rushing to rewatch. So
yeah, honestly, I think it was disappointing.
But otherwise, we're gonna make some hot tea because I've been talking for 15 minutes and my throat is on fire. And try and relax. Call it a night. Thank you for joining us. Join us as our journey continues.
Bye.
Bye.